So my name is Ron Nevo. I'm the CTO of cPacket. And I think what we wanted to do is take you through the journey. So Mar gave a very quick overview of the business, but we wanted to really, given that we are the first time here, we can deep dive into any one of these products and tell 90 minutes about each one of them. But we said, well, maybe it's better to start with the forest rather than trees, and we'll be more than happy to come back again and explain. So the journey is essentially what taking you through. I'll just get a little more to the technical level of each one of them. So circa 2012, we started with the electronic trading, and it's really they leverage our hardware capabilities to be able to detect microbursts. We moved into the enterprise core network and being able to monitor what we would call the enterprise applications. From there, circa 2018, two things happened. People were all talking about cloud, but also we were able to get agentless access to packets. So we were able to deliver the same idea of packet-based network monitoring in a hybrid environment. So that's how we expanded to the cloud. And of course, with the, we'll talk about AI and what we're doing it, or whether it's ML or AI ML. The important thing for me is that it allows, the framework allowed us to work with the amounts of data that we're receiving. So whether we're running at the end a very complicated neural network or not, it's a little beside the point. The ability to take, again, the trillions of packets and the tens of billions of metrics that you generate from a single system or a single packet capture device and get the insights out of it is really about having the frameworks that we have today to scale and run these algorithms. And again, we'll end up with the interesting things that we're seeing today. Again, for me, it's very exciting. It's a little bit before actual product that is running, and this is where we see network observability for AI. Before I start the journey, I do want to say that we are focusing in this presentation around the network operation people. Roughly half of our business is actually coming from security teams, SecOps, and again, we'll be happy to come back and talk about that. There's certainly commonality and overlap between issues with network and issues with security. So, denial of service would be a classic one, right? It's whether it's a security problem or not, and the fact that we are able to do it at scale is very helpful. But the story for this one is only going to be the network operations, almost only. We'll touch a little bit on security. And when we think about the network observability, and so people, and I think I've heard it in another session here, someone was asking, what is network observability? So I think it's worth defining what we consider network observability. And for me, network observability is really about empowering the network operation teams. And what I mean by that is giving them tools that they can use, right? So as a developer, I have a debugger, I have a profiler. In the last 10 years, there was a lot of investment in tools and for logs management, traces. So what happens today, you have an incident, you get the ops people or the DevOps people coming in with their traces and analyzers. You have the security coming with logs. You have the network teams coming in and trying to run a ping. Right? That's kind of, in many cases, that's the tools that the network operation people have. So the challenge for us was so it's kind of the way that we think is it must be a better way to do that. Right? So the framework is when you are a network operation person and you're the one responsible for the highway, you're going to get a call from a user, or in the case of it's algorithmic, it will be an algorithm trader that is complaining about one of the three things. I cannot connect, the application is too slow, or the quality is bad. And the quality is bad, I mean packets are missing. So people are not going to call you and say there are retransmissions in the network, right? They're going to call you and say it's too slow. I can't connect to my remote desktop. Electronic traders will call you and say, hey, packets are missing. And someone is watching Zoom will tell you the video is choppy or the audio is bad, which is quality. So, not every application have all three, but the complaints will fall into one of these three. And the challenge is, okay, there are many things that you can measure on the network. And at the end of the day, what you need to do is root cause the issue, and root cause the issue is about the 4W, right? What happened? When did it happen? Which not always trivial. When did it happen? Where in the network? Was it the server? Was it the firewall? Was it somewhere in between, right? The middle box, endpoint. and then why, right? So I'll stay right away that we know very well how to do what, when, where. The why can be for many things, but the point is we want to point to the load balancer around 8. And whether it was a software upgrade or feature that one load balancer company decided it's a good thing and everybody else thought it's a bad thing, that is left for the reader. It's an exercise for the reader. But the ability to do the what, when, where around explaining, is it a connectivity issue or latency or quality, is the tools that we're building. And that's in order to empower. So this is what we call empowering the network ops teams.